Hey guys, welcome back to Lightning Outdoors. This is top 5 for the year 20, for the season of 2020. I know that might seem weird, but it's 2021 right now when I'm filming this and when I'm posting it, even though I just finished up with the top 5 out of 2020. Top 5 Explained did it same day I shot this video. And actually it's many of the same baits, or same type of bait, only one slot changed, like, entirely. Grubs got entirely kicked out, because it was only one time that I really truly caught fish on grubs. But, let's get started. For number 5. The standard spinnerbait. White as the last one, except last time I used a Walmart special bait. This time we're using the spinnerbait that didn't have a skirt on it, that my bro's just like, here you go. So I picked it up, bought some skirts, skirted it, and it's probably this particular one I actually have now. I got this particular one in a much newer form. It's all the same stuff, it's just a lot newer. But, that blade, it's a very narrow blade. This thing it puts off a shocking amount of thump for how narrow the blade is. That Colorado's probably about as big as I've ever seen for a follow-up. Unless I'm talking for my, giant half-ounce. Ooh, that is the biggest Colorado, I think it's got a Colorado follow-up, that I have ever seen in my lifetime. It's a huge old Colorado. But anyway, number 4. The spinnerbait didn't move. This switched places. This switched places with the crankbait. The jitterbug. I don't know if you can see this, but my phone's in better. I get it, now go away. Y'all can't see the battery saver, so it doesn't matter. But yeah, the jitterbug. This is the top water, representing the top water section. I love the jitterbug now. I bought my first one. It was a jointed jitterbug, $6 from the Bass Pro Shops Capital in Springfield, Missouri. My granddaddy. It was this very color, except jointed and a lot bigger, for $6, because single piece one's for $7. I bought this one for $3 out of Walmart. Get scammed, Walmart. They're putting up ridiculously cheap prices for ridiculously good lures. But yeah, I was fishing this in a school of shad where some big fish been blowing up. Caught like a 2.5 pounder out of it. It was sick. Oh, I loved it. Sorry if my voice went so high there. I'm having a great time, guys. It's cold outside, and this is how I stay fishing. But as you can hear, 100% silent lure. Little tiny thing. Really light. It's legit just a wake bait. That's all it is. The jitterbug. The Arbogast jitterbug is simply a wake bait. I lost my first jitterbug, guys, by the way. But once I discovered Walmart was selling these for $3, I got 3 of them now. Yeah. Little jointed bait, or little wake bait that's $3. That's like the cheapest you'll ever find a wake bait. Trust me, guys. I've looked. I have looked in Cabela's and Bass Pro. You will not find a cheaper wake bait. Not that I make it a priority to get my hands on wake baits, but I don't care about them unless it's a jitterbug. And slot number 3 overall, little crankbait. This is a shallow running one that my uncle gave me. I learned last time I was at Walmart, Cotton Cordell now sells these little baits. and I'm picking me up one. These baits, guys, let me tell you, for a shallow diver, I have never caught more bass on a crankbait, except the Berkley Flicker Shad. But as you guys can see, I don't have a picture of the original, but this is the lure I used the entire bucket of bass video, and I destroyed the thing. Funny thing is, even after all the scratch marks and stuff, scuff marks, I didn't have this when I went to Table Rock, I think. Or did I? I don't know. I still caught more fish on this bait. This is probably my #1 crankbait of all time. Overall, I have never caught more fish on a crankbait in 1 year than any other crankbait. I'm not sponsored by a single one of these brands I'm showing, guys. Probably should have thrown the Thump Baits one. I am sponsored by Thump Baits. Probably should have thrown that crankbait. Or shown out that spinnerbait. I'm getting sidetracked, guys. Stretch. Cramp. Oh, that hurt. Number 2 is a very nice lure. Very expensive soft plastic. And if you're thinking it's the Yamato Senko, you're crazy. I'm not going to go spend $7 on a pack of soft plastic. But I will go as far as buying 7 for $6 Googan Baits Bandito Bug and Summer Craw. I do have Alabama Craw as well. I've never caught anything on Alabama Craw. I don't actually think if it's craw colored that I've ever caught anything on them. But let me pop one out of the package. They already get out of there. Very fine, heavily scented lure. You can get them at Bass Pro. I don't know if Walmart's starting to carry them. If they are, good for you, Walmart. You're going to get a lot more sales. One of my people I look up to good old Scott Martin. If any of you who are watching this know him personally, let him know. I bought the Summer Craw Bandito Bug because of Scott. I wanted to get me some of the baits he designed. These legs, they kick. These claws, they kick. This is the only craw style bait. Keep in mind, only one I have ever in my life caught a bass off of. So Scott, I don't know what you did, but whatever you did, for some reason in my lake, it just clicked. On a Carolina rig, I could go out days when both me and my buddies were struggling to get a bite. I can go out with the Bandito Bug, good old Bandito Bug, as I like to call it, and I can catch fish on a Carolina rig. Granted, it's still a grind. I'm not saying it's not a grind. It's going to be a grind either way. In my lake, if you can't catch bass, they're just not biting. You're going to have to try something else. Fallback's always a plastic worm, but if you can get them on other stuff, throw that. Oh, my hands are cold. And finally, in first place, the Berkley Power Bait Plastic Worm. This is the motor oil worm from Berkley, 13 count, 7 inch. I like 7 inch worms. I'm a huge fan of them. Bass Pro makes some really good 7 inchers. Not a huge fan of 10 inchers. Where's that one I used in the earlier video? But anyway, a lot of these got pinch tips. I caught most of my big bass off of this bait this year. 90%, I'm pretty sure it's roughly that, of fish I caught on plastic worms this year came off of that bait right there. Granted, it's either that one or it was the electric grape. I caught so many fish between those two baits. They're each a 13 count, almost out of electric grape. I got about half of the motor oil left. So, yeah, guys. Now, if you're in a Weller's Bass Pro, go pick up some of the tournament series worms. Support the Bass Pro, guys. Support the Bass Pro. Not sponsored by them. Johnny Morris, you make some great baits, my friend. You make some great baits. So, thanks for watching. Click the subscribe. My hands are freezing cold out here. Guys, there's like 50. There's a lot of snow on the ground where I am, and we're about to get more. The snow just won't go away. Then again, all of a sudden, as it leaves, it's gonna come right back, and I'm not gonna like it. I'm gonna probably, but this is our last cold strip, and then it's just gonna heat up rapidly. For some reason, it does this a lot. All of a sudden, during January, February, it all of a sudden gets really cold, and then it warms up, and then it stays like that for a week or two, and then temperature just skyrockets, and everything's melting, and the ground's still frozen, so the water can't go anywhere, so there's floods, and blah, 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 and you get the point. Anyway, thanks for watching. See y'all later. Happy days.